Hey guys, how you doing today? This is Riley of the Big Thing in Aussie, and today I have another NBA playoff video here for you guys, and we're gonna be just going off the dome, talking about a few of the playoff series. As I've been wasting all my time. Should be doing uni, should be doing research into the stocks, but I've been watching NBA because it's that time of year. You know, what can you do? So we'll just start with Kawhi Leonard. Now that boy is on a mission. Like, seriously? Now he's put up multiple 40-point games. He's put the Raptors on his back, and in that Game 7 against the who was it again? Mine's going blank. Game 7 against the 76ers, against Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, like a crazy starting five. I think he nearly put up 40 shots in that game, and that game winner, probably the best playoff game winner of all time. You know, we saw Damian Lillard's, and that was up there, don't get me wrong. To send OKC home. I'm an OKC fan, so heartbreaking, but 4-1, we really shouldn't have let it come to that point, and he did us dirty. What a step back shot. You know, it's Dame time. Anyway, enough about Damian Lillard. Kawhi Leonard shot. Are you serious? Like, people are saying it was a travel or whatever off the inbound. I don't care. The way he did that, the way he didn't even use a screen on that play. He just took the ball in the inbound, went straight past Ben Simmons, just blew him by. Embiid was the only one covering him. I don't understand why they didn't have, nearly everyone on that team. Like, Kawhi Leonard was always going to get that last shot. You know, it seemed like he would make the right play, but he had 4 seconds, and to inbound the ball without even a screen, he was taking that shot. He went baseline, Embiid was all over him, and Kawhi just did what he did. He faded, he lobbed that shit up high, they kind of arced, bounced on one side of the ring, and bounced on the other side twice. It just did not look like it was going in. I was watching it live, and I just remember just going, oh, OT. And then it just goes, rolls in. Fucking insane. Forgive my French, it was insane. And just the reaction from Toronto fans, it was like their whole burden of like the LeBronto era, in which LeBron was just dominating them, that was over. Like, you could just tell Kawhi put the team on his back. He was not going home. You know, he was not going out like that. And he took it, and he did it. And did you guys see after the game? Like, goddamn, the dude didn't even show an emotion. Utmost respect. He was just worrying about the next series against the Bucks, which has just started today, and the Bucks did take the first game. However, Bucks did have the home court, and I think everyone came out to ball. Well, not everyone, but the Raptors got good production off Kawhi and Lowry. I think Siakam could have played a better game, but you know, it's tough. I mean, who's got the Giannis matchup? Kawhi, Siakam. You know, these guys got to put out on the defensive end, and that would maybe perhaps hinder their offensive capabilities. So that's, you know, something I understand, but mainly the Raptors bench need to step up, I guess, in this next series. But enough about the Kawhi Leonard shot and performance. As ridiculous as it was, let's move on to the Nuggets-Portland series, in which that went to Game 7 as well. Now, for once, I went into that, watching that game, thinking that, like, for starters, it was on at 5:30 a.m., so I didn't watch all of the game. But in the very last quarter, at least, CJ did what he did. Dame sort of struggled, and Jokic looked like he needed some help. As deep as the Nuggets are, as quality as all their, starters are, they needed more production, especially in the fourth quarter, and CJ hit a very clutch shot, go-ahead bucket to seal the deal, and utmost respect, because that was a hard-fought series. Obviously, the Trailblazers don't even have Nurkic, and they just got through the OKC Thunder, who were projected to be a top seed at the start of the season, and the Nuggets, who were the second seed. So they did better than their expectations, and good luck to them against Golden State. Even though KD's out, we've seen from Game 1 that it's not going to matter, because Boogie, KD going out, it just means that Curry, Clay, and Draymond are all going to live. And they're getting that production from Kevon Looney. Andrew Bogut's just playing his role. Like, I'm an Aussie, so I love Bogut, but he's not really scoring. He's just giving quality defense on Kanter, and he's rebounding and blocking shots, and it's just been a problem in the paint, really. But enough about that series. I want to move on to the Bucks Celtics, in which you saw Kyrie sort of not kind of the opposite of Uncle Drew. I say Uncle Drew. He was not creating good shots for himself. He was out dribbling the clock. He wasn't setting plays. He was really not leading the team enough. Obviously, you have people like Hayward and Tatum not sort of performing so well. And then there's people like Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier who did step up, but were sort of underutilized because of the big ball handlers on the Celtics. Like, I think Kyrie had to step up and get it done. I think the best players for the Celtics were really Horford and Jaylen Brown, because Horford was doing his thing on the defensive end. He was trying to stop Giannis, but simple fact was the Bucks outplayed them. Now, what the Bucks did, which was so important, was that they let Giannis shoot the three. They opened up the floor, and they just got production out of these guys on the bench. Pat Connaughton. They got production out of so much production out of Brook Lopez, Ilyasova, all these stretch big men who can really just collapse the Celtics system, because they're so focused on the they play without a traditional 4-5 combo. So they'll either have Hayward in with Horford, or they'll have Tatum in, slide to the 4. It's just not a big enough lineup. They were getting out rebounded, and when the Celtics put in their bigger guys, their Semi Ojeleyes, their Aaron Baines even, I tried to put these guys in to stop Giannis. Well, too bad, because then they'll put in Brook Lopez and Mirotic and just space the floor and shoot from the fucking logo, because apparently Brook Lopez can do that. So I think they just got outplayed. The system was the Bucks system, their space and pace offense through Mike Budenholzer, kind of just outclassed Brad Stevens' defensive proficiency, and I just don't think that Celtics worked as a team at all this year. On paper, they're amazing, but think about how many ball handlers they have. Jason Tatum, Gordon Hayward, Jaylen Brown, Kyrie Irving, and then off the bench you got Terry Rozier. That's 5 ball handlers in their core team, and then the guys you can't really fault are the Marcus Morrises, the Marcus Smarts, and the Al Horfords, who really just do their role. The rest of the team don't fit. They need to get rid of at least one of those ball handlers. I think the guy that's got to go is either Gordon Hayward or Kyrie Irving's got to leave. And if he does leave, then I'll be very interested, because then you got Rozier running the point guard, which I think he can be a starting point guard. He's definitely a player to give it his all, and I respect his shooting and his decision making. But that being said, if Rozier's at the helm of the team, if he's a point guard, then obviously Tatum will have more ball handling ball handling responsibilities. And I just think that they need a proper center, because Horford is, I think he's underutilized as a center. He can give you a lot more production at the 4 position. I think that maybe through the draft, I know they got that Kings pick. Maybe they could pick up like Jared Culver's not a center. Who's a center coming in the draft? I don't know. Anyway, is there any other series Boston? There was just one more series, and that was Golden State Houston. What can you say about that? Kevin Durant did his thing, and then he got injured. Houston failed to capitalize on that disadvantage that Golden State had. They had everyone healthy, but the issue is that Mike D'Antoni's system is 7-second offense, in which you just shoot the 3 or you're going to just lay it in. It's not going to work against a team like Golden State. They're just going to abuse you. The rebounding was heavily favored towards Golden State, as well as just the way they moved the ball, the way they did the screen and rolls, the off-ball screens to get Curry and Thompson open. They outplayed them. Houston was just trying to go through the pick and roll, but pretty much everyone on Golden State is known to be able to switch on the defense. And I think that Harden, he didn't underperform. People say the fourth quarter in was it game 5? He didn't do anything. Yeah, but I feel like he gave his team the production they needed. The only issue was that they got outplayed, they got outclassed. Every game went pretty close, but Golden State looked like they wanted it more. They were hitting their big shots from Iguodala of all people. Like, even when Clay or something didn't perform, there was someone else stepping up, and it wasn't the case with Houston. Whenever Chris Paul sort of had a bad shooting night, Eric Gordon, he did his thing, but then there was also like Austin Rivers and Gerald Green, and they're just kind of like liability on defense, not hitting their shots. Austin Rivers had a go, to be fair. Clint Capella, he gave his production, but it wasn't enough. And then PJ Tucker, probably the MVP of the Rockets in that series, but you can only do so much. And their bench was just like simple as that. Kenneth Faried might have played well in the regular season, didn't see him do anything in the playoffs. He might have been injured, so forget that. Yeah, I mean, they tried, but the Golden State is just another juggernaut altogether, and they're gonna probably win, unless the Raptors have anything to say about it, or KD does not come back healthy. I don't think the Bucks will beat the Raptors, and the reason is that their space and pace offense kind of gets neutralized by the Raptors. They're very perimeter centric in their defensive structure, and they can get these guys to cover their bigs. Like, you got your Ibaka and Siakam and Marc Gasol, who all are terrific defenders. They know how to play the perimeter game, and they're going to also get rebounds and neutralize the effect of the Mirotic, Ilyasova, and Brook Lopez style players. That being said, I think Brogdon, Connaughton, and Bledsoe might have a good series, especially around Giannis. These guys are going to penetrate, be an issue on defense, and continue to attack and outlast some of Toronto's smaller guards like your Fred VanVleets, Kyle Lowry's, Danny Greens, DeLon Wrights. So I think they're going to outwork them, but the game is going to be won through the rebounding and the star players. Star players obviously being Kawhi Leonard versus Giannis. Who's going to give the most production? Who wants it more? Who's going to get through the finals? I have Raptors. The way Kawhi Leonard played was like the second coming of Jordan and Kobe. Giannis is an unstoppable force, but I think the Raptors have bodies deal with him, and that's my kind of verdict on all the series so far. Let me know what you think down below. This is the Big Thing in Aussie signing out. Have a good one, guys, and I'll catch you next time.